Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another Wednesday night, The Fundamentals to Gain Inner Peace, with your host, Coach Menachem Bernfeld. Exploring wants, needs, and actions. We're trying to figure it out to see what's going on behind our emotions, behind our desires. Sometimes we think it's motivation coming from a place of we have to. And we're learning to see what changes when we can take a deep breath, become aware of what's driving us. And it's not always easy being in this on this journey together. I'm learning, trying to figure it out myself, understanding what's really going on. If I don't have that desire, the need, the want, will I do it? Where it comes from. So we're learning step number one is, first of all, becoming aware of the emotions, becoming aware of what's going on. Then to allow, don't fight it, welcome the emotion. That itself is a journey to understand it's okay. There's no right or wrong, good or bad. It just is. Welcome the emotion and don't fight it. And for many, that's a new concept because we don't like it. So we try to change it, push it away. But that's not how we do it. That's not how we let go. Letting go is by allowing it to be. And then we can let go. But if you're running to the let go, if you're running too fast to letting go, that can be resistance, that can be you're fighting, and who knows how long you've been fighting already. And it's not really working. Then we can let go. And we're going deeper to understand what's the want behind. What's that want? What are we holding on to? What is it that's so hard to let go? So we had the three wants: control, approval, security. Control is the things, it has to be that way. We want to control the situation. It has to go my way. Or else, see what comes up. Approval is others should know who I am. They should approve. If not, I feel hurt. They should see me. They should hear me. And then security. I need to know that I'm safe. And staying in your comfort zone usually is, to be secure. This is where I know what to do, and I'm comfortable. So those are the wants. Going deeper, it's control, approval, security. Trying to see what is it that we're holding on to. Now, there's nothing wrong with having these wants. We all have them, and it's okay. It's just that the moment we can see what the want is, then we can take a deep breath and see it. And then slowly let go a little bit of that, of what we're holding on. So like we mentioned, imagine holding on something very tight and your hands hurt, but you have to hold on to it. Because if not, everything falls apart, whatever that want is. So you're becoming aware of the want. Why am I holding on so tight? What am I scared of? What's the fear? What's that want? What do I need? What am I looking for behind this that I'm holding on so tight? And once you see it, you can take a deep breath. You can smile. You don't have to let go right away. Just allow, see it. And then you can take, like, with the deep breath, release. Just open your hands a little bit. Some movement, some energy. instead of being stuck. And stuck could be for many years. It could be holding on to something for many years. And it's not always easy to let go. But then we wonder, why am I feeling so tight? And physically, emotionally, it's so we're holding on to something. So if you can become aware of it, we can slowly let go, slowly release, and slowly help some energy move. And we'll continue tonight to become a little bit, more aware of what's going on. But before we start, let's do what we always do. Let's get grounded. Let's come into the room. Be here in the moment. Make yourself comfortable for a few minutes. Time for yourself. Time that you deserve. Just being. Nothing needs to change. Both feet on the floor. Deep breath in and out. Beautiful. Deep breath in and out. Stop for a moment to see what your day looked like, your to-do list, everything that's going on. Just observing. Nothing, we're not changing anything now. We're just observing what's going on. And now we can turn inwards to see, what does my body feel? What is it that it needs? Finally, we can give it. Take a moment off and just be aware. Any tension, stress, anxiety, tingling. Maybe your shoulders are all the way up, and let them come down. Your jaws, your stomach, your feet. And just see if anything comes up. Or maybe it's always there, but you're not aware. But now just stopping for a moment and allowing. Maybe it has a message to tell you. Beautiful. Deep breath in and out. Okay, amazing. If you're able to spend the 2 minutes just breathing and becoming aware, that's beautiful. And if you kept yourself busy, that's something to look at. It might be hard to stop and do some deep breathing, and that's okay. Just being aware of, where am I, what's going on, without any judgment. So let's make it practical. Think of something that happened, whether it was today, this week, something that got you upset, maybe frustrated, things that you just didn't like the way it was. You can have a lot of things come up. Let's try to focus at least on one. So we'll wait a minute just so that you can come up with something that bothered you. Okay. So if you have a few, you can write them down, or you can let them know in the chat. And let's focus on one thing. One thing that you would love if it would be different. You just didn't like the way it was. And the question is, what's the emotion behind it? What's the emotion? Frustration, sometimes it can be anger. And then we ask, what's that want that we're not getting? What's behind that? Is it control? I have to have control. Is it approval from others? Or security, just to be safe? Any change can be hard. So what's behind the emotion? And like we mentioned last week, some people have all three, but we want to hone in. Usually it's like one is taking over. What's it usually that comes up in your day? Is it you want to have control, you want to have approval, or safety, security? And how often does it show up in your day? It's something that you're walking around with. Okay, you can share in the chat if you're able to figure out what's behind it. Is it the approval, security, anger towards a person? So how do you know which one it is? So the truth is it could be all three, could be one of them. If you have anger towards a person, it could be because they don't maybe they don't approve, or you feel you don't have control. So stop for a moment, think, what is it that you really want and you're not getting? And that's what brings up the anger. Is it you're losing control when they're around, or the approval or security? Maybe you don't feel secure around them. I want the connection with the person. Okay, so stop for a moment. Just become aware you want something and you're not getting it. So now what comes up? Maybe security. You don't feel secure. It could be its approval, and it could be control. You want that connection and you don't have it. So you're aware of the emotion, and to stop for a moment, to become still and see what is it? What's that want? But again, without judgment. It's always important to remember, just welcome it in. Welcome that feeling. You have to allow yourself to fully feel, to fully welcome. Let it be there. So we don't resist. So that's a good example. Let's say you want a connection with someone and you don't feel you're getting it. That's a feeling of, the feeling that comes up. It could be very hard to sit with. It could be feeling alone, feeling betrayed. These feelings are very hard to allow to come up. But that's step number one. Just welcome the feeling, be there with it, and sit with it. Listen to it. What's it saying? You want to be able to welcome it so you don't have resistance. Usually we have resistance. You don't like the feeling, so we're going to try to change it. We'll try to do everything so we get that connection. So the situation in our life changes. What can I do to change the situation because I don't like it? How long have you been trying? Has it been working? So this now we're going a different way. Don't try to change it. Don't try to change it. Become aware of what's going on. Become aware of the feeling. What's that want behind the feeling that you're not getting? And just sit there. Remember, feelings are just energy. We do have stories in our head, but allow the feeling to come in. Take a deep breath. You might feel lonely, sad, but the more you allow it to be, it slows down. It loses the power. It's not so strong. Sometimes it becomes stronger, like a wave, but when you stay there, breathe, and then it can slow down. Many people are scared that they're gonna face depression, and we spoke about it. We're not gonna spend too much time on that, but many times to get to a place where you can let go and come to a better place, sometimes it could feel like depression. I'm letting go. What do you mean? I want it. I need it. I have to continue, do whatever I can to change it. If I let go, what's my life going to look like? It's all over. And slowly we can get to a place where you feel like you're slowing down, you're calming down, but you're scared of it because calming down, slowing down when you want something, you're like, oh my gosh, is this depression? And it could be it is. I'm not talking about clinical depression. It's like a feeling of sadness, of a dream not coming to fruition, and that could be hard. But instead of walking around with that brick, the cinder block on your head, because you have to make it work, let's see what's going on. Take a deep breath. And then we can let go. Maybe things have to change in a different way. You're not allowing it because you're fixed to one way. So then we can let go. Once we sit with it, become aware of it, letting go, like we discussed the 3 questions. Could I let it go? This feeling of it has to be this way. Could I let it go? Would I let it go? And when? Try it out with an emotion that you have and say these three questions. Say it because it has an effect. Don't just listen to me. When you listen to me, it's beautiful, but tomorrow, remember these 3 questions, become aware of the emotion, sit with it, and then ask yourself, could I let it go? And even if the answer is no, or you're not even sure what the answer is, it's okay. Just ask yourself, could I let it go? Would I let it go if I could? And when? That's it. Whatever comes up, comes up. Nothing needs to change. And then slowly, releasing happens. And then the wants, going deeper is to understand what's the want behind it. And then we can let go of the wants. If I want control, security, right? If that's what you're holding on to, ask yourself, could I let go of wanting control of a situation? Would I? And when? Could I let go of the wants? Could I let go of wanting to have the security to be safe? What's going to happen? So scary. Mm, just become aware. And then once you sit with it, you can ask, can I let it go? Can I let go of approval from others? Can I let go of control? Beautiful. Okay, so back to that one thing that you thought about in the beginning. Let's ask the 3 questions. First, to become aware of what's the want behind it, control, approval, or security. And then ask, can I let it go? Would I let it go? And when? Beautiful. Okay. Thank you for sharing. So here's I feel like I can't let go because that brings the desire to connect. Right. So the question is, what has the desire to connect done for you in the past? Is it working? If it's working, continue. But usually we're talking about people that are trying so hard and it's not working. And you're just frustrated and angry and you're trying and you're pushing. So you think, wait a second, if I let go, then what happens? I'm not gonna have a desire anymore. What's that all about? I want the desire. I want to be connected. Hmm. So again, let's see where the desire takes you. Where's the desire coming from? Like we mentioned many times, yes, we want to grow, we want to build, we want to become better. But where's it coming from? Is it coming from a positive place or a negative place? Coming from a lack or coming from just feeling great where you are? You can take a deep breath. It's not perfect, but you're allowing things to be. And then you're seeing, hey, what's something that we can, whether it's learn, grow, change, that's beautiful. But the difference is you'll start coming up with different ideas, different concepts. Allow things to be. Don't try to change it. You've tried so many years to change it and it didn't work. So take a deep breath. You might let go of this picture that you have, thinking it has to be this way. And again, you might find sadness, letting go. It's not easy. You want that approval or whatever it is. Maybe some depression. And again, if you need somebody to help you, find somebody who can talk to. And I think it's a good place to plug in our tonight's sponsor. Okay, Clarity. I forgot to mention in the beginning, most of you know about the platform, but for those who don't, OK Clarity has many therapists, coaches, you name it, go check them out and see if you can connect with someone and just reach out. Many of them offer a free session. Again, this work is not easy, so if you feel there's a lot coming up, reach out. Beautiful. Okay, so just to end, I think, I'll have to plug in a little bit of Tisha B'Av. We're in the 9 days. This concept that we're talking about is really a geula for individuals. Sometimes we're in gullus, we're stuck. And it's hard to see how we can get out of this. And again, in the global level, we want Mashiach to come. We're not happy where we are, but now that we are here, in an individual level, we all have those places where we're stuck, and we're waiting for that Mashiach to help us in this area, that area. Hashem, please help me out of this situation, that situation. We don't realize part of it is you're holding on to it. If you can slowly realize what's going on, be aware, and let go, you feel relief. You'll feel some fresh air, and that's like, wow, liberation. It'll help you see different perspectives, different things about yourself and about the situation around you. So a little bit about what's going on. Okay, we'll open it up for some questions. You can put it in the chat. Um, let's see what came up for you. What are those wants, needs? Overwhelmed with preparation for a new teaching job. I know the teachers. Okay, overwhelmed. So here we have an emotion. A new teaching job makes sense to feel overwhelmed. Now, Let's go a little deeper. You want to have control. You want to know what it's going to look like. You want to feel safe. You're not sure if it's going to work out. Beautiful. So you sit down, take a deep breath, become aware of you would love to know exactly what it's going to look like, how your presentation is going to look like, and be calm. That's what you would love. What are you going to do about it? Right? So you could be overwhelmed and it's not going to let you think. Or you take a deep breath, become aware of what it is. What are you holding on to? If it's control, or you want to feel safe, and smile. Mm, that's it. Take a deep breath. And ask yourself, can you let go of that feeling of overwhelm, of needing, of that want? Can I let go? You might say no, because then I'm not going to prepare. I have to be ready to teach. So just realize you're saying no. Let's ask that question again. Can I let go? Just be aware it's saying no, because you believe the only way you'll be able to prepare for tomorrow's session for your teaching job is by being overwhelmed. Interesting. Should I say it again? Because it's when you hear it, it's like the belief is I'll only do a good job tomorrow. I'll only prepare if I feel overwhelmed now. So I'm not going to let go of this feeling. I'm not going to let go of all of this that's coming up because that's the only way I'm going to prepare. So many of us have that. If you would be take a deep breath, calm down, become aware of what you're feeling, and let go, relax. Don't you have a clearer mind to say, okay, what are the 2, 3 things I want to teach? Let me take one at a time. Wow. Yeah, you're right. So just see the difference. But again, we're coming from a place of I think the only way I'll be growing, the only way I'll be, doing what I have to do is when I feel stressed, anxious about it. If that's your belief, then you're not going to want to let go. So that's step number one, just becoming aware of what you're holding on to of that belief. And then eventually you can realize that you'll be more productive. You'll do much more from a place of clarity, relaxation, being in a place where you can think one thing at a time, taking it easy. Oh, this is a heavy one. In order to let go, our daughter would also have to let go. So we know already, if you have to depend on other people, we're in trouble. If I need somebody else to do something for me to feel good, for me to do my work, you know, for years we've tried to change other people. Has it worked? We can't change other people. We only change ourselves, see what's going on with me while other people are acting the way they are. And what can I do? Many times they change, but you can't change them. Many times, the energy makes a difference, but you're holding on to that, holding on tight. They have to change. They have to change. Becoming aware of that. What is it that you need? What's the want? Maybe control. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, can I let that go? You might say no, because if I let it go, they're not going to change. Just be aware of the answer. Can I let it go? Would I let it go? And when? Ask yourself your 3 questions and see what comes up. Beautiful. Okay. Amazing. That's it for tonight. These questions should become part of, your day, because many times there could be one emotion and the same 3 questions have to be asked, 3 or 4 times during the day when it comes up. And you might eventually see it changes, becomes a little bit more relaxed, it slows down, you can take it easy, but it does come back, but on a different level, different energy. So become aware of what comes up. Don't fight it. Let it in, allow it to be, and then ask yourself, can I let it go? Or what is it that I want? And can I let that go? Would I? And when? Thank you very much. Thank you for joining tonight. Thank yourself for taking some time off for yourself that you deserve. And Sunday is Tisha B'Av. Last year we discussed a lot of stuff could come up when you sit and you become aware of the things that are not working out. Part of it is Tisha B'Av. But there is that little light, that connection of we're connected, we're still connected. So let's, for me that works. Tap into that light. Oh, we're still part of it, we're connected. And Amit Hashem shall help. We should have the Gula Shlema, the Gula Pratis, individual Gula for all of us, and the Gula Shlema. Thank you very much. We'll be in touch next week, Wednesday night. Take care and have a great week.